Welcome back to another episode of Jason's Bricks and 5, where we discuss LEGO content in videos of around 5 minutes. Well, today is the day that, well, at least some people have been waiting for. I'm going to give you an update on the city. We'll show you kind of the current situation. Now, I will preface this by saying I wasn't probably quite ready to do this, but earlier today I had some thoughts on some things, and it wasn't going well, so I was kind of spinning out of control. I'll show you what I recorded earlier here, and then we'll come back. And I know people are waiting for the reveal of my city. There were some people that saw the sneak peek when I showed where I was going to put the shopping street. And I decided to just try one or two things out. And what we've come to see, I just can't be trusted with a city. I mean, this is utter chaos. Let me turn the camera around, show you what we've got. So the city is mostly gone now at this point. Half of it is sitting on the floor. It's just, I don't know what happened, and I don't know what to do about it. I just, I don't know that if I had a whole basement like some people I know, that would solve my problem, because maybe Lego city building is not for me. That's maybe where I'm going with this, because I just get frustrated with it. I was probably 80% of the way there with, yeah, it's going how I like, but all right, so clearly it was tough earlier today. I was, in a place where I was really starting to struggle and question my Lego city, so I kind of regrouped, pulled myself together, reassembled mostly how it had been laid out before, and we'll go through the layout. I'll talk about some of the challenges, some of the things that I've liked, some of the things that I still am struggling with, and we'll go from there. So let's take a look in the city. So first thing, I'm really excited to get the train back in the city. Hopefully it's going to provide a little more life. There have been some challenges that came with that, and we'll talk about that in a minute here, but just quickly taking a look, some of the things, I wanted to make sure I tried to reincorporate the waterfall that we had in the old city location, and you can see that there, and we just basically created a train tunnel that's a half a base plate next to it. And my initial thought was maybe I would have the waterfall up on the upper level, but I decided to go ahead, once my wife built the botanical, and we're gonna put a little park in here. I've been working on it a little bit. I think I still want to get some additional parts, maybe for that pathway and some plants and things, but gonna put a bridge over there. You can see I'm still kind of trying to get the sidewalk done as well. Gonna have to figure out, do I want the water there with a second bridge? Do I want to just have it kind of go under the sidewalk? I haven't figured that part out yet. Now, yesterday morning, these buildings were laid out a little bit differently up here. We did not have the pet shop or the bookshop there. We actually had the Parisian restaurant. You'll see where that is in a minute. But a lot of this up here is the same as where it had been. And generally, overall, I do like it. I know some people don't like the two Tudor corners together. I actually have a thought of how I might make that gap look a little more natural, but I haven't had a chance to do that yet. And then you can see we have the museum back over there. You'll get another view of it in a minute. And I will incorporate the stairs up here. Originally, when I built the city, they were over in that direction, but I kind of like them over here, and I just need to basically create a walkway there. We've put the diner here, and then I have the Brick Artisan botanical mock from the Friends one. This was the one my wife had before the other one. She said she didn't need the other one, and then decided she did. So currently we have 2 botanical gardens in the city, and really part of that is because I just have to fill the space with something. So maybe we'll come up with another mock, but for now I figure right next to the waterfall it's fine. You can see we've got like a little pedestrian zone, and then we've got the grocery store mock that I have. We'll come around this way so you can see it a little better. And then the brick cross station. Because this row is a single, I guess 32 base plate wide, I'm kind of limited as far as what options I can show here. I wanted to make sure I had buildings that really looked good on both sides. So brick cross station certainly fits that, and then it left me with a single base plate. So that's why I've put the grocery store there, plus it's a lower profile, doesn't block some other things. Coming over here, you can see we've got Sanctum, we've got the corner garage, and then we've got the street here. I did move Shopping Street down one base plate and moved the Parisian because I want to have those dark blue roofs together. We'll come over here, you can get another view of it. And I moved our big tower over here. Yesterday it was actually over in this section, and I've moved it. The Ghostbuster Firehouse is one of the things I've had a hard time with. If you've watched the channel, you probably are somewhat familiar with that. And then for now, I've got, I don't know, Fantasy Row. We've got a couple of Fantasy sets. And then we've got the street here. You can see Parisian Restaurant, Shopping Street, Assembly Square, and the police station. And then on the upper level, you can see we've got the Emporium, the Daily Bugle. Really, a lot of these are together because they were the modulars I had lit in my old city layout. So maybe as I start to light more buildings, I might look to kind of move those around. So, there's a lot of work I still got to do. Like I said, I got to try to finish off the park area up there, get some of the life back into the city, so to speak. I have a box full of figs and stuff. And I'm going to, make this more natural where, maybe we put some, docks and fencing. The water's not going to remain square. It'll be more of a natural look. So, so there you go. That is your first look at the new Fiverton layout. Let me know what you think. Do you have any suggestions? Initially, I was planning on having this street run all the way down, but the train and the road tends to be a bit of an issue. So I'm just going to run a train along here, not a road. And it'll just kind of be what it will be. And then as I get, new modulars, whether it's a couple of them that I've missed or, maybe make some mocks, we can replace some items. So there you have it. So let me know what you think. For those of you that are city builders, do you have the same struggle that I mentioned earlier, or is it just easy, smooth sailing for you as well? I think some of the way that I designed, the space limitations really kind of hamper some of the things that I maybe have thought about doing or want to do. But overall, as I come down and look at it now after we've got it back together, generally I'm happy with it, especially considering where it was just a few hours ago, with my mental state in regards to the Lego City. So that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on another episode of Jason's Bricks in 5. Happy building!